Okay, so we are recording. All right, so hi everybody. So this is Anese, Cavanaugh with the IEP method, and wanted to let you know that we are about to, or we actually have opened up the doors for our next Project Impeccable 2018-2019. And I have with me a special treat. I have got Dana Schoen, who is one of our IEP certified in process stewards. She's just about to finish certification this year. By the end of the year, she will be a certified steward. I'm super, super excited. And she specializes in education, which has just been I could do a whole nother video on that. I'm sure we will eventually. But we're really lucky to have her on here. We just had our stewardship call, and then as we were getting off, I said, wait a second, let's do a Project Impeccable call. So Dana actually doesn't even know about it. So Dana, do you want to say hi to everybody?
Hello, I'm super excited to be joining Anese. I have been practicing my own intentional energetic presence work since 2016. It's made a huge difference in how I show up for my work life, my home life, and just in my life in general. And so I've done Project Impeccable the first time through, and it also amplified, it leveled up my IEP practice. So I'm super excited to hop in again, and I can't wait for Anese to tell me about what this project's going to entail.
Dana, just curious, do you remember, not to put you on the spot, do you remember what your first three things were for your first project? Do you remember? If you want to share, you don't have to. But
I remember I was working on some relationship integrities. So I think one thing was marriage integrity, and I was very interested in maintaining vitality. So I was looking to eat healthier, so I was giving up sugar. And then my third one, I believe, was around financial integrity. So I was sacrificing my lunches out and trying to focus more on saving rather than spending.
That's right. That's right. I remember that. That was so good. I remember that. And you did a lot with that one.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. Again, I found that I so believe in setting intentions, and I know the 5 steps to intentional impact, Anese, is such a huge part of the IEP methodology. And I was, and I don't know why I was amazed, because I've been practicing the IEP work, but just to be so much more intentional and focused during Project Impeccable. And I know you had shared about just the self-discipline that it cultivates, and that the small victories, every day is a victory when you don't spend money, or you don't eat out, or you spend quality time with your husband. So it was good.
Yeah, I remember that. Well, okay, so this one, thank you for sharing that, because so this one is going to be Project Impeccable. This is like version 3.0. We've done a couple now. And this one we're doing extra special because with this, we've got 2 different levels. There's going to be level 1, which is about presence and people, which is just the foundational project. But then level 2 is going to be about purpose and power, which is looking at purpose and core values and taking the work a little bit deeper throughout your project, so that not only are you doing your 3 things, but you're also up leveling in other areas like purpose, which one of the things I've been talking about a lot lately is how important the connection to presence, purpose, people, and play is in terms of avoiding burnout and making sure that your leadership stays as life-giving and nourishing as possible. So those are just going to be 2 different levels. But here's the other thing that's really different about this particular project. So we created, and I'm going to share this with you because Dana hasn't even seen this yet. I'm going to share my screen. Oh, I've never done a promotional call like this. This is good. Uh-oh. What do you see, Dana? Do you see Project Impeccable?
I do. I think you might need to slide it over to, yep, perfect.
You see a lot of stuff. Did you just see my book?
I did. Love that book.
You just got a glimpse of Contagious Culture, and you also got a glimpse of the manuscript for Contagious You, which I'm working on. And you got a total view into my chaotic desktop, which is terrible IEP. So, all right, so here's Project Impeccable 2018-2019. It starts on December 3rd. It ends on February 1st, exactly 60 days. You can start it whenever you want. You don't have to start on the 3rd with us, but if you want to start it with the group and you want to do it in, like on that kind of a schedule, then you're going to want to get registered no later than, I think it's November 26th, because not only are we starting on the 3rd, we're actually sending out goodies with this one. So the last one, we had everything downloadable. And this one we decided, all right, how can we make it even more fun and supportive? So check this out. So on the first level, if we're doing our kickoff call on the 3rd, you're going to get a fieldwork guide, which is going to be printed out so you can actually work with it. You get 60 IEP sheets to go through every single day. I know Dana just went through, the stewards, we all do 90 days of IEP sheets. It's been really, really interesting and fun. And I'm also knowing that 60 days of an IEP sheet integrated with Project Impeccable is incredibly powerful. So we're providing your 60 sheets bound, so that'll be great. You get a water meter because it's all about the water. And I don't know, some of you have these because you've been to IEP Lives and stuff, but these little meters are my favorite. You get a copy of The Leader You Will Be. Dina, you haven't even seen this yet, have you?
No.
Oh my God.
I can't wait.
We'll get to register. We got to get you some copies, girl.
I know. Thank you.
The Leader You Will Be is so and then you get, we're going to do a private Facebook group, which Sandy is getting set up and everything now, that will open on the 3rd as well. So that's just the first level. That's just basic. Now what basically happens is you join, we kick off. Every week, once a week, you're going to get an email from me with just like a message, just a check-in. And then also once a week, I'm going to do a Facebook Live video where I'll get on. We'll have a set time. I'll get on. I'll answer questions. I'll talk about stuff I'm seeing, et cetera, et cetera. And so it's lighter contact than the first Project Impeccable. The first one we did a daily video, every single email, every single day you're getting an email from me. This time we decided to get a little bit more space in room. So you'll have your own schedule to work with every day, and then I'll pop in sporadically here and there. And then that's it for like level 1. So boom, basic level. Then option 2, if you want to dig in even deeper and go into power and purpose, this is where we look at everything that you got in option 1 in the first level, but we're also going to do 2 additional live group calls with me, which we're going to dive into power and purpose and what that actually really means. We're going to do some values work in those calls, but mostly I really want to dig into purpose. I'm kind of hot and bothered about purpose right now. And then the other piece you're going to get is the essential use. So we have IEP School, and it's an online program we've pulled out the essential you as a module all by itself with videos, workbook, and everything, which is an extra level of engagement that you can have around this content. And then you get a survival guide. And then check this out. We got approved for SHRM. I always mispronounce it, but we got approved for SHRM, the Society of Human Resources Management PDC credits. So if you're an HR professional and you're looking to build some more towards your credentialing, this actually qualifies. And Dana, it'd be interesting, you might be able to see if we could use some of this for education too for your groups. So just a little thought I'm just gonna get right now. So that's it. So we do this. You can look at the page. We'll put the page with this promotional, with this video. But here's the other piece of this. I'm going to actually stop sharing it. Well, here. No, actually, let's look at this. So check this out. Here are some of the things we did with the last project. People redesigned their business models, their relationships, their standards, their client conversations, their well-being. We had somebody that lost 32 pounds. Up-leveled their goals and intentions to align with what was truly important to them. Actually, they didn't lose 32 pounds in Project Impeccable, excuse me. They started the thing that lost 32 pounds, and they lost 32 pounds total about 5 months after they started Project Impeccable. Nobody should lose 32 pounds in months. A little disclaimer. Anyway, so you can look at all this. The fees for the programs are here. Here's what I'm really excited about the fees for the programs. We're donating the proceeds this year to the people who've been impacted by the California fires. So I am so excited about this, you guys. I was already excited about Project Impeccable, and then I was already excited about it, and then my team and I decided to actually donate this proceeds, and we actually know exactly where they're going to go and who they're going to, and all the families that have been displaced right now that could really use a little bit extra love. And as soon as we did that, then my enthusiasm and excitement for this program went up times like 1,000. So that's where everyone gets to win. You guys get to do your projects. I'm gonna do my project too. that everyone, people will be contributed to. We all get to contribute together. We get to play together. And I guess the last thing I will say about this, just like run and run and run. And the last thing I'll say about this is, let me stop sharing. Oh, here's the almost one of the biggest parts that I forgot to tell you. So not only are we doing Project Impeccable, where you choose 3 things to really dig into what would improve your own personal integrity, because that's really what this program is about. I actually should have started here, but Dana and I are flying by the seat of our pants. But not only are we doing things to up-level our own personal integrity with ourselves, but we're going to be looking at closing out the year. So there's a special ritual I do every year at the end of the year, and then there's a special ritual I do at the beginning of the year. And for this project, we're building it in. So we're going to do this ritual around honoring what you've created in 2018, who you've become, what you've bumped up against, the good stuff, the bad stuff, the beautiful stuff, like all of it. And we're going to actually make that a part of your project so that we honor 2018 really beautifully and learn from it. And then on the flip side of that, we'll do something similar for stepping into 2019 so that you have to actually set your intentions and create your plan for 2019, not only from a plan standpoint of who you're going to, what you're going to do, but who you're going to be and who you're going to become. So it is one of my favorite things that I do in this work. Dana's smiling because she knows the way that I feel about end of year and beginning of year. And I can't think of a better way than to integrate it into impeccability. And so it's just going to be this up level over and over and over again. And I don't know if you guys noticed the fees for the program are 211 or 333. Those are all special numbers, and they're representative of all sorts of really beautiful things. So that's my very long-winded invitation to join us for Project Impeccable. And Dana, questions, thoughts, anything for you?
I am looking forward to it. I really can't wait. I really appreciated just thinking about that whole concept of impeccability, and I loved how you started that last year in that process. And so I like the idea of being clean and true to myself and thinking about what that looks like. And I'm super excited about the purpose and the passion and the values piece of that.
Yeah, I think I think this is gonna be a really, so we're gonna have a little conversation about impeccability right now too, because I think like for most people, when they hear the word impeccability, they think that it's about being perfect or it's this hard and rigorous thing. And the way that I hold impeccability and the way that I've seen this for people who've gone through this program is that it's not about being perfect. It's about just being impeccable with ourselves. So the more I can count on myself to follow through on what I say is important to me, the more trustworthy I become with myself, which then means I'm more trustworthy with other people. And what we've found is that every time we pick the 3 things, it's not the 3 things that we're doing or not doing, because you guys will be picking 3 core things that are really important to you to either start doing or stop doing or tweak doing. And what I find is that it's not the 3 things that are really that important. I mean, they are, but those are kind of like a side effect. What's really important is the promise we make to ourselves, and then every day choosing to honor ourselves and honoring our own impeccability so that we are impeccable with ourselves, so then we can show up even stronger in the world. So it really is an energetic presence thing, and I think that I'm always surprised by the power of the program for people when they come in thinking, oh, I'm just going to do this little thing, and yeah, I'll pick my 3 things because I really want to lose 10 pounds or have a better marriage or whatever. And then they're like, oh crap, I didn't realize how much this impacted my leadership. So any other thoughts on that, Dana?
I just think it's really life-giving, and it's really, you do find yourself with more energy and stronger energetic field and more resilience and showing up just better because you feel better.
Yeah,
so
I agree. I know. I'm excited. I'm excited to do this I'm actually excited to do this for me. I'm starting to think about what my things are going to be, and I don't know yet, which is really exciting too, because I usually have them figured out fast. but we're about 2.5 weeks out from when we kick off. So if you do want to do it, get signed up, because I do want Sandy to get your stuff to you, but I can't guarantee it's going to get to you on time if you register too late in the game. So register sooner than earlier, or sooner than later, sooner than earlier. Register sooner than later so that we get you set up and you get all your goods so that we can sit together on the 3rd and drink out of our water bottles. All right, Dana, thanks for doing this. This was way fun to do this with you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm super excited. I'm going to actually, when we hang up here, I'm going to register. So this is a good reminder. Thank you.
Make sure you use your stewardship discount. And you guys might see her out there if you are having a half-day lunch and you need a steward to come and run it, especially in education. It could happen. So more to come in 2019. We're very excited about where stewardship is going. All right. Bye, guys.